Hello everyone, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television. I'm here at the 2023 Montana State Woodcarving Show with Carolyn Majors, who is a judge and a master carver. Carolyn, thanks for taking the time.
Oh, you're welcome.
So would you give people an idea of what the wood carving group is all about?
We like to get together and share our carving techniques, encourage new people to come and start carving. Carving is wonderful. It's very relaxing. A lot of people wouldn't think that it's relaxing, but it is very relaxing and so much fun.
And if people in Missoula want to get involved with the Wood Carving Club, how would they go about that?
We meet every Monday night here in Missoula at the fire station on 39th and Russell.
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh.
So people could just show up?
Yes, they can come.
Yeah. I mean, would you say bring a kit or just bring yourself and see what kind of carving you'd like to do and what kind of carving tools you would want to buy?
Bring yourself, yes, and ask a lot of questions. We'd be more than happy to answer those questions and encourage you to get started and let you know how, what kind of tools you would need, and even start with a beginning piece.
Yeah.
That would be easy so you can learn the different techniques of carving.
So it's just a drop-in. I like that idea in this world of emails and websites, and I know there is a website for the group.
Yes, there
because
is.
I saw it, and I'll write it down so we can put it up for you later. But that seems like a great invitation, too.
We'd love to have more people coming.
How long have you been doing your wood carving?
I've been carving for 29 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how'd you get started? Was a friend or family member a carver?
Ben Franklin here in Missoula offered wood carving classes, and I went, and after the first class I was hooked. Oh gosh, this is what I want to do. Yeah.
And do you want to talk us through some of the things that you've made? This is a great chess set.
I made this chess set, the Minions. I love those movies, and so I decided I would make a chess set mainly for my kids and the grandkids, and they love it, of course. They have initiated it and played several games on it.
Right. It almost seems that it's hard to take the game seriously with the Minions. Even the king looks a little startled.
Yeah, they all have their own little personalities.
Right. And you did the painting after you did the carving.
Yes.
And that's pretty detailed too.
That takes almost as much time as carving. Yeah.
Like the robe here.
Oh, yes.
Now the queen looks a little scantily clad.
Yeah, she's got her bib overalls on, and that's about all she needs. They're just fun to carve, all sizes, and
They really do seem like they range from very enthusiastic to highly alarmed.
Uh-huh.
It kind of describes a lot of life for us. Now, I like this one. Is it pansies?
Pansies, yes, yes.
And this is, I don't know whether the video will pick it up, but it's very three-dimensional in a subtle
It's
subtle
called
way.
relief, relief carving.
And then again, the painting really brings it to life.
Well, obviously I love to carve and I love to paint, and it just all comes together, thank goodness.
And it's really manageable scale. Is this a druid? The old man winter?
A
I
wizard?
don't know
Yeah,
what to
that's a
call
cypress knee.
And is the wood a particular wood, cypress?
Yes. It grows in the swamps, Louisiana and Florida, and yeah.
So people can, when they take up carving, they could choose a wood they like to work with.
Yes, I would suggest that they start with basswood because it's soft and very workable, and it's easy.
So they won't be slipping, cutting themselves, or splitting their project at the last minute.
They might be cutting themselves, but that does happen occasionally. But,
Here's a nice winter scene where the relief, where you've carved.
all the snowmen are one piece.
Wow.
The only ones that are more than one piece are the ornaments with the snowman and the church. That's actually 3 pieces carved separately, painted separately, and then glued together.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And is it one piece, the ornament, that is hollow?
Yes.
This one here?
That's one piece.
Wow.
That takes a lot of work.
I can imagine. And delicate, too.
Oh, very
right?
much, yes.
And here the relief in the flowers, very detailed. And these are kind of spoons, right?
Yes, they're called Welsh love spoons. I've carved several love spoons. I've carved some for my grandchildren. with special, the ones that have special meaning.
Yeah. This one looks Celtic to me.
Oh yes, that is Celtic. So is this a Celtic knot?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what that pattern is called. I just know, oh, it's Celtic. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, that's butternut.
The type of wood.
Uh-huh.
First thing I think of is squash.
It is easy to carve,
Yeah.
and usually the grain in it is just absolutely beautiful.
When you carve, would you use only a knife or some tools like that Dremel
A knife,
tool?
a gouge. I don't usually ever use a Dremel. Just that's my own personal
Well, sure.
preference.
Yeah, it seems more traditional, like just for hand, without electric motors.
Yes,
or something.
yes. Plus, you get a lot of dust when you use electric
Sure.
motors and
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of
so-
fine dust
Yeah,
all over the
yeah.
place. Here's another spoon. What a beautiful.
That's
It makes me think of the bitterroot at the
Yeah,
top.
that's bitterroot spoon.
Oh, it is a bitterroot.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, I'm smarter than I think some days.
That's my own design.
Oh, it's got a kind of gem in there.
It's a trade bead that I put in there.
Trade bead. And for something like the bitterroot spoon, how many hours would you say you
Oh
put
my
in?
goodness. I don't keep track of my hours. I can
Right.
say maybe I worked on that for, not continuously,
Yeah.
of course, but maybe for a month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
Lots of time.
And can you take it with you like people do the knitting?
Oh yes, as long as I clean up my mess that I make. This spoon right here I carved for one of my grandsons
Who likes sports?
very much. I bought him the blue teddy bear when he was a baby, and he drug that around until it was just pieces. But I asked him, "What is your favorite sport?" He said, "Grandma, I don't know." He says, "I like them all." So I carved him a
Football,
spoon.
baseball,
Yep,
basketball.
yep.
Next he'll do soccer and make you work really hard.
Well, he's into baseball. He really loves the baseball.
This is cute that you say, what kind of fish are these? You have to guess.
These are just fun.
A lot of great colors in there too.
This,
Now that one reminds me of like a card shark.
that's what it is.
That's a good pun.
Now, if the Berkeley pit had fish in it,
Yeah, that's what.
it might look like that.
Some of them under this light appear to be glowing in an unholy manner. Great to have the black and the gold and the pink and the blue. Now this one kind of looks like a fish rabbit.
It's a catfish.
Oh, catfish. Oh, duh. I don't know why I didn't catch on sooner with the card shark.
Can you guess what this one is?
I'm just going to say a baby fish.
Yes, but he's got a pacifier, so he's called a sucker.
Now here's one with a tiny rainbow, like a rainbow trout.
That's what it is.
So people can see
They're
the
just
rainbow
fun
at
to
home.
do.
Oh, well, you brought a lot of wit to it as well. This is great when you use a window as a window.
Yes, that's a really good look, I think. I love to do snowmen.
Yeah.
They are really fun to do.
And is this a multi-piece one as well as the other?
It's all
depth
one
ones?
piece.
That's all one piece.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the time to dig that out.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
I don't want to think about it.
Lots of time to dig it out.
Here's the nativity scene that has a great look. Try to get a picture.
That was one of my earlier carvings that I did.
Yeah.
And I have my very first carving I did in 1994 at Ben Franklin.
Oh, so you're coming up on 30 years.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and this was under your teacher, Ben Franklin.
Yes, yes.
That's a cute one, too. You really have an eye for the caricature and the cartoon that is kind of, it's funny and very human at the same time. Here's a boozy fellow over here. Let's see if I can get him.
Yeah, I think he's had a little bit too much Henry McKenna.
He's gone cross-eyed. Now, the fly you didn't carve.
No, I did not carve the fly.
Well, this seems so much fun. If somebody's out there watching, I hope we kind of convince them of how much expression you could put into your wood carving and how you can bring different skills to it as well, right?
Yes,
Now this poinsettia one is a whole sled with the gold trim.
Yes, my poinsettia sled. That's probably my most favorite piece that I've done.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's got such
Thank you.
delicate properties, and the gold with the red is so Christmassy. Maybe
took-
a little mistletoe.
Yes, it took many hours to carve and just about as many to paint.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's really delicate.
well, this I carved for my husband and our 50th wedding anniversary,
Oh.
and it tells the story of the highlights of our marriage.
Right. With the birth of the children.
Yes, my husband was a postman.
Oh, that's
He
perfect.
served in Vietnam.
Oh, that's in there too.
Yes, he was in the Army, and so we got married and we honeymooned in Glacier Park.
Right.
He was in the Transportation Corps in the Army, and we were stationed in Virginia, so the dogwood
Oh,
is
yeah.
state flower. And then we went to France.
Oh, that's why the Francophile flag.
And then we got a Christmas tree, kind of illegally in France, our first Christmas tree. And of course, he went to Vietnam. He was a postman, and then our two boys were born. And we had the Burnt Fork Game Farm from 1974 to 1984.
Now, this game farm, was it a place where people could come and pet and do that sort of thing?
They could come and look. We raised all kinds of ornamental birds. We had peacocks, we had ringneck pheasants, we had all kinds of waterfowl.
Wow.
And we kept animals for Wild Kingdom for a while too.
Oh, no kidding. I
Yeah.
used to watch that all the time, Sunday nights.
Oh yes.
Very melancholic because school started. Now you went to Australia. Oh, wait, now there's a Band-Aid
Yes,
carved there.
I was hit by a car in 1997 while I was walking the path in Stevensville.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry.
So part of the insurance money was used. I told my husband we have to go to Australia.
All
So we
right.
did.
There's making some lemonade out of that lemon.
And then our grandchildren.
Oh, yeah, they're all on a spoon. All boys but Piper.
Yes, only one granddaughter.
Yeah, there she is in purple. Trying to focus now. Oh, and then you got the plaque. Oh, that's a wonderful memento. That's amazing, and it's pretty wonderful starting all the way up there. Wow, what a diorama of bears. Now, this kind of wood on the bottom,
Yeah, I have to confess, I did not do the.
Yeah.
I didn't do this. I bought
It
it at a
came
craft
that way.
sale. Yes, but it's perfect for displaying
it
all
really
my carvings.
is. Now, do you have a display at home, or do you have to sort of...
Yeah, not
store
so
all
much. I have curio cabinets that I
Yeah.
keep several in.
Oh, this one's really fun. The parachutist.
I skydived with my grandson 3 years ago.
Oh, another great souvenir. And then I like this one that has the log cabin and then the painting in it. So that's something you can make your own diorama.
You can.
With wood carving.
Yes. Yes, that's in the bitterroot there.
Yeah. Oh no, this one looks a little scary. Is it Chewbacca with a chicken?
Actually, it's the Queen Bigfoot for my chess set when I started
Oh,
carving.
I see. We're going to get to the Bigfoot
Yes,
chest.
yes. I had to carve two of them and put the chicken in the other hand because there wasn't room.
Right. That's a great conceit. Various Bigfoots, right? Like a whole
Yes.
Bigfoot family.
You betcha.
Well, these would make great animations. You could sell your story to Hollywood. Oh, he's got Don't Believe. So here's a chess set, dear viewer, of Bigfoots. And this one has, several of them have t-shirts that say,
Don't believe.
Right.
And the other side says believe.
And they say believe on the front. And that's really clever, putting their big-footed prints onto the chessboard. And the castles end up being trees.
A tree. Mm-hmm. These are, I call these my flower Bigfoot. And these are my grumpy ones, because those are
Oh.
all smiling and these are all grumpy.
Oh, I see. So the opposing teams are pretty well known.
Yes.
From their grumpy to their smiley looks. You've really captured some really great expressions.
Oh, they were so much fun to carve.
How did you find the inspiration for Bigfoot?
I've always been kind of fascinated with the theory of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Well, why not carve a Bigfoot chess set?
Yeah.
That would just be fun.
And each one of these pawns, the bishops, the knights, and the king and queen all have their own expressions and personality. Well, Carolyn, congratulations. This is
Thank
an
you.
amazing collection. And I think it's worthy of museum stuff.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, there, you did it. I hope you're not too tired.
My name is Tom Collins, and I'm the show coordinator for the Montana State Woodcarvers Show and Sale every year, and we are excited to have this many entries and this level of talent in all the technique that's displayed. Hope you come and see it.